Hi, I'm Marna, and I like to decorate for the holidays, all the holidays. And I especially have fun at 4th of July because the types of decorations I'm looking for, they don't usually sell, and when they do, they're very expensive. So I make my own, and I like to decorate my dolls and have them around my house. So this week, and perhaps part of next, we're going to dedicate our YouTube channel to getting ready for 4th of July. Today we're going to show you Bratz and Monster High ideas to decorate your dolls. And as you can see, it's not just them. I brought out Barbie and La-Di-Da and the 5-inch Barbie just to show that you can use these on any of your fashion dolls. I just wanted to highlight the Bratz and the Monster High. I have this stretchy fabric. It's a sequin elastic. And when you go to cut this, you put Scotch tape on it, and then you cut the Scotch tape in half. So what I did is I measured my Monster High, as in pulling it tight so that I can add a skirt to the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. And why do you add the Scotch tape? So that the sequins don't fall out and go everywhere. So when you stitch that, yes, you can or cannot. It doesn't matter if you leave the Scotch tape in. I will take it out. First what I'm going to do is see how much fabric we need. Not a lot. And I'm going to stretch this. Just going to add a little bit of length, and I'm going to take this down past the flag. And what I'm going to do is when I sew this to the bottom of this skirt, and I'm going to do it flat. I'm not going to bring it up and put a seam under. I'm just going to do it across, and then that should gather as a skirt. We'll see what happens. I'm cutting a strip a little bigger than I normally use because this is elastic. I want it to get it good. Of the Velcro with the sticky back. I used to did not like it. Now I kind of do. Oh, my nails are such a mess. I've been out working outside and I keep breaking them. Okay, always, always, always the hard side away from the doll. The far side of the doll. And then, I could have cut that a little thinner, huh? That's okay. I have her head backwards so that her hair stays out of it. I put that on the outside, so this goes on the inside next to the doll. Let's see if we can hook this down. And there's her little 4th of July going to the parade dress. I wish I had pulled this blue. I'm going to move that a little bit to the side because I like those stars. For my little Bratz doll, don't judge her hair. We're getting there. I just wanted to get these 4th of July crafts off. I made her a top, and I did the same thing. I stretched it around, and then I cut it. I put the tape on it. But I did want to show you that because this is a top and I didn't stitch any part of it, I ran the Velcro from top to bottom. I'm going to make her a shorts pattern for some legging shorts. And I'm going to sew this by hand because that fabric slides. Now, if you're a better seamstress than I am, great. I just simply, this is a piece of paper bag that I get at thrift stores. I do not throw that away or burn it. I save it for patterns. And I'm just going out about 1/4 of an inch past her waist. That might be a little big for that fabric, but we're going to do it anyway. And then I'm going to mark the center. Same thing, I'm just going up between her legs And then I'll come back down. It does not have to be perfect. This fabric is very forgiving. And then you just kind of mark that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark center between those two. And the way I'm doing it is I can see this mark and this line. And when I fold that, I can line those two up. And then what I will do, oh, I got it kind of crooked there though. I don't want that. I'm going to cut this side, swing out, and then this side got a better line over here, so I'm going to cut along that. And then what I'll do is I will pin this down to this white fabric, find an area that I'm not wasting too much there. That'll be long enough there. So I'll fold this over with the short side on top. I will pin this down, cut that out. You know what? Let's do that with the back sides, the front sides together. That way, once it's pinned, it's ready to go. And then I'll pin this down. I don't want to waste fabric. And I will sew along this seam, the two outside seams, and here. As you can see, I've got hold of this and I'm stretching it as I sew. And the reason is, here are the little stitches from there. You can stretch this and it doesn't break the stitches if you stretch it as you sew. If you leave it loose and you sew it down and then you pull it tight, you can, your stitches can break. This is how I turn the little bitty outfits inside out. You can just, if you have nimble fingers, you can just turn these inside out, but I just grab a safety pin and pull. It's easier, it's quicker, and it works well. This cute little doll has a dress that we're going to use for 4th of July. She had it on before, but I did put ribbon in her hair, and I like to put ribbon in their hair, but sometimes I don't like to tie it. So what I do is I put a clear rubber band, I don't know if you can see that, and then I slid the ribbon over it, and then in the back I'm going to slide the ribbon on both sides rather than tie it. Slide that underneath and pull, and then in the front just straighten it around a little bit, and she has a headband. I took this polyester that has a stretch to it and does not fray, and I took a cottage cheese, a small tub lid, and I drew a circle with a pencil on the fabric, cut that out, and then we're going to mark for her shoulders over a little bit. Oops. See if I can get that. Doesn't seem to want to mark. Well, goodness gracious, there we go. And then you just put a little cut here, and her arms are so tiny. A little cut there, and a little cut here. And I do this right at the tip of my scissors, but my scissors have had kind of a lot. I'm going to widen that a little bit and just take it over her hands. Yes, I know her hands pop off, but this is how I'm going to do it. For the Monster High and the Ever After, you can't, well, you could. If you use a plate, I use like a dinner plate for my Barbies, but if you use that for Monster High, it's going to hang down to her ankles and wrap around her 4 or 5 times. So you pull your little circle on and you pull it forward, And then with 4 hands, no, I'm kidding, I just fought it with my hands. You kind of pull that forward and tuck it back so that it gives the appearance of a collar and a lower cut dress. And when I get this lined up again, I'm going to take a blue piece of ribbon and tie it around her waist. I had to finagle the bow. Not gonna lie to you. Darren, the cameraman, held his fingers they're so tiny, so I could get that down to her waist. And then I popped on some little red shoes for 4th of July. And now I'm gonna show you this little hat. Aren't these cute? I found these and Darren drilled them. And you could just set this on her head and that would be cute and fine. But if you, well, let me cut that to a point. If you put elastic through it, now you can buy this elastic, or if you or anyone you know buy their shoes from Walmart or a place like that where they, rubber band them together, I always save that elastic and use it for my doll craft. Now I'm doing it, oh, what am I doing? Okay, you put it through the hat first. Ay, ay, ay. How stupid was that? I was thinking three pages ahead. All right, so let me put this through here. Put it through the hole. Check it on her head. Yeah, that has to be all the way down. I used half of this elastic for another doll so she could wear a little hat. And let's see. Okay, now I thought it'd be cute to put flowers on here too. That would be really cute. Little tiny white flowers. And then if this could kind of cock off to the side, that's why the elastic comes in. How cute is she going off to her barbecue and parade and all the other things we love to do on 4th of July. We are going to make this cutie a little stretch dress. And I love these. They are quick and easy and fun. And I think these little fashion dolls look really cute. The problem with this doll is she has such a small waist and the hips are a little bigger. And I don't want to pop those putting that dress on too tight. So we'll see how this goes. What I want to do is cut off enough fabric that this will stretch but still have a seam. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap this around the doll. Can you see that? I don't know if you can because it's white. I'm making enough room for a seam and I'm just going to cut all the way down and then I'm going to cut it about 2 inches short because I like them to be cute in their little short dresses. So here's what you're going to have. And there is a front and a back to this fabric. And you put the right sides together, the pretty sides together. And this is so simple. I do this by hand because my machine just grabs it. And you just put a seam right down the back. Now, when it gets down just a little bit, I'm going to take this in for that waistline. What I might have to do is do it straight and then come back and do that. We'll see. I'm stitching up the back of the Bratz dress and I'm pulling it this way as I stitch to stretch it so that when you put it on the doll, the stitches don't break. And I'm making little bitty, I don't think you can see those, but I'm making tiny stitches. You don't want great big stitches because when you pull this, they'll show. Okay, because the Bratz hips are pretty big compared to their tiny waist, I don't want to break down the, I'm going to take this in a little bit more, but I'm also going to cut sleeve holes. So I want to put this on her and push it up just a little bit. And then I'm going to mark where her arms go and I'm going to cut that. but I am going to take the stress in a little bit. Thank you for watching. And remember, these crafts are quick and easy, and you can use, change the color of the fabric if you don't celebrate 4th of July or you don't set dolls out for 4th of July. It's just quick, easy, and fun. Please leave a like and subscribe.